Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I just had to get everything sorted out and set up. Welcome to another wonderful and powerful Thursday live session. My name is Camilla Kalbeck. I'm your host on this amazing Thursday series. Welcome to those who are listening from Instagram. That is you, I'm pointing to you over there. And welcome to you when you're tuning in from LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook. Welcome to you. I am so honored to be here once again, and I'm just so thrilled and in peace when I go live and share what I've learned when going transition through my divorce and all the feedback that I get, that I know when you report back is that what I share and what I broadcast really help you transform your life, because that's the essence of what I do. That's my calling, and the reason why I go live is to share what I learned the hard way, and how you can learn and be inspired from what I share with you, so you can transition even faster through your divorce. So the tools that I share, it's tools that I've used myself. I have the tools I share are generic, right? But it's tailored into going through a divorce, and particularly divorce. If it's been really bad relationship, if there may be psychological abuse in that and verbal abuse, and so if you've been experiencing verbal abuse, you also know, or you will find out that it may be a very different divorce than maybe some of your friends, where it was very rosy and good, blah blah blah. But when you're divorcing a person with a bit more temper, then you should take a divorce on a different perspective and look at it in a different perspective. And that's what I go live with. That's what I share. And all the tools that I share is that I use myself. I have expanded on those tools because I just know what worked for me and what didn't work for me. And so I took some of those tools up to the next level. And those tools I teach my clients, and I even teach my daughter, because it's not only you as mom or a dad going through a divorce, it's actually also your kid and or your children. And what I shared a few recordings back or lives back is that divorce has an immense impact on children. So if you don't get in balance, mom and dad, that will affect your kids many years ahead, and it will affect their development. For me, and that's my daughter's pictures here in the background, signaling or symbolizing that children are so close to my heart, and they should not be the biggest victim of divorce. But unfortunately, when when mom and dad are not aware of how they show up and heal themselves first, actually who was the biggest victims, that these two adults do not know how to communicate, it's actually the children, right? So I think that was a very strong signal or sign, message I just want to share with your live. Or when you joined me live during the session, I'd like you to give me a high five, a wave, a heart, whatever you can, because that's the only way I know that you're here. I love comments, reflections. You're so good at that. So share with me what resonates with you, because I know what to be true, but you know you have a different situation, and you know what is true for you, and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So do share. And I love if you come back and tell me what you took away from this event, this live training, and what you would like to know more of, because I've been there. I've been in those same shoes as you. And sorry, that's a cat in the background. I've been there. I know what to change. So come back, ask me, and I will help you. What the theme I've decided to talk about today is very, very, very close to my heart. And it would be a game changer had I had access to that when I went through divorce. When I went through divorce, I was transitioning through divorce. I was alone. I felt alone. I did have some friends in my network who supported me. I also have some friends in my network who said I was a bit too ego focused. They actually had no idea about it all, and there's so many people who don't know about what psychological abuse is. So I felt very, very alone. And hey, Despina, so good to see you here. Um, so and I did have, as I shared last time, I did have this pool of professional resources, but I didn't have a pool of like-minded individuals who I could share my story with, who I could inspire my actions, and who could inspire me. And that was a big miss when I was transitioning through divorce. I went on Facebook. Um, there are many, many groups on Facebook. But here's what I know to be true. The groups and on Facebook, those women and men, they really show up as victims. They are blame gaming the partners. And this is on me, right? But I would say I'm bigger than these people. I'm not the one blaming my ex-partner. I'm not the one wanting to be aggressive, because that is not me. That is not me. And maybe because I've been working on myself, investing in my own personal development, a couple of years before I actually was transitioning through divorce. So I know that change comes from within. So when I joined these groups, I could just sense that these are not women and men who vibrate on the same level of energy as me. These women and men in those communities have a different perspective on life and on challenges than I have. Because I'm not inspired by being together with people who are negative or have a negative mindset. I'm not inspired of people who just talks the same story as I do. I'm not inspired by people who sympathize with me, right? What really inspires me is to be challenged with love, full of love. I love to be challenged. I love to receive empathy and say, listen, Camilla, but what you can do differently, maybe do X, Y, and Z, because that would help me transition, I say, much faster than I did. I transitioned very fast, emotionally, mentally, physically, very, very fast. But I could have done it even better, faster, because I would have someone to be inspired by, and who I could inspire to change as well. So what I did was some of my very close friends, and my mom and dad and sister, they they encouraged me to rise above the kind of the standard group of those going through divorce, and they encouraged me to find my way and my tools to go through divorce when you're divorcing a verbally abusive partner. And I could just see that they themselves, they were also attacked by my ex-partner. So it's not only me being verbally abused. When I transitioned through divorce, it was also my parents. And so here's what is that: I didn't want to share everything that happened to my sister, my daughter, and my sister, my mom and dad, because I also wanted to protect them. And then experiencing them, and particularly my mom and dad, how they got verbally abused, that really affected, that really touched my heart. Was so sad. But I wasn't more sad and anxious, that I knew, okay, my dad, he's such a strong, mentally strong man. He always looks positively. And I said, okay, if he can, I can as well. And I can feel my body now. I just rose above the level, right? And I took action. I took action, and I got inspired that I can become greater than the environment. And because there was no community, I had to do my own community. So I was myself. So what did I do? Um, I started studying. I read various books on Audible. Like, let me see what I put on. Miracle Morning by Hal Edward. You may know that book, but I really that inspired by my coach. I really leaned into changing my morning routine, not reading emails the first thing, not reading all the negative messages from my ex, or tapping into what I know to be frustrated the situation. I was really, really rehearsing changing my mindset, changing my reality. And I also listened to another book called Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. Those are some of the books I enjoyed reading because I knew, and by reading some of these books, I knew that mindset is everything. And that was a really, really mind opener, opening my eyes that actually I can transition faster and better through divorce if I change my own perspective and more my own reality on life. So here's what I know to be true, and that's what leaning into the one thing I really missed, and that was the community of like-minded men and women who are in the same situation as me. How wonderful wouldn't that be? I never like really say I'm going to my divorce community. Hey, but here is like our conference, and Despina, you were on this as well. Well, it's happiness is real, and I'm role modeling. Happiness is real, and it is true. There was a woman who I've recently connected with, and she said, Camilla, I never heard someone with a job title as you. No, you haven't. I haven't either. But I'm the creator of happiness. That is so true. It is so true. Happiness is real. And that's what is bringing me to, hey, Lorraine, so good to see you. And that brings me to what I'm so thrilled to share with you and announce, and something I've been working on for a long while, because it's actually born from me going through divorce myself. On the 20th of March, I'm launching group coaching for men and women, because men do contact me. And I was just really, with all these feedback that I get and the men who reach out, I say, come on, we as women can be better and greater and inviting men into our community, because men are suffering as well. And psychological abuse or hard divorce, a tough divorce, is not just the bad cop in this game. It's not just on men. It certainly is also on women. And the stories I hear, there's no gender on who can be really mean. That's why the group coaching now is for men and women. And I am so proud, and I'm so humble, and I'm so happy to invite you in. And I know there's a few women out there, a Simon, a Matthew, a Lauren, and a Susan. Come join me now. Come join us now, because this community is amazing. It's a community for those of you who really want not to go transition through divorce alone. It's a community for you who want to inspire other women and men what actions you take. But certainly it's also a community where you want to feel supported and you're not being judged. And I can feel my body reacting right now, when you're not judged by your actions and you're not judged by what you share, because that is so important. And what I know to be true is that the people in your very close network, and maybe also in circle 2 and circle 3, they will somehow judge you. And that is probably why you don't share everything, because you don't want to be judged, right? You don't want to be told, do that. Why do you do that? you just fuck it up. Sorry, you just mess it up. You just make it more complicated. You don't want to hear that, right? You don't want to hear that. You want empathy. You want to have a safe container to show up and cry and share what you're most concerned about. And what you want is to be lifted up. You want this safety net, but certainly you also want this ball that can just throw you up, right? And that is so important. And that's what this community is all about. It's your safe container. And what Despina says, you create a safe space where everyone can join, I don't know, have a conversation. Absolutely. It's a conversation. It's a talk without judgment, and concentrate on it. Oh yeah, love it. Yeah, concentrate. Exactly. Thank you so much, Despina. It's so good to have people on here because that you think the same brains as me and you just elaborate in this. It's about concentrated on yourself. And exactly, Despina, thanks very much. This is unique because you need to concentrate on yourself. And I use the word now, Despina, that's what we said. You get to take the oxygen mask on yourself first, like on an airplane. And you've been told, who do you say first? It's yourself and then your kids, right? Because you cannot create any change when you're in stress. You cannot create any change and you cannot create any lasting results. Well, that's what you can do in this container. You can quiet and calm your mind and allow yourself to think the right thoughts, because the right thoughts, the smart decision will change your life. So the 20th of March, the list, the enrollment list, the enrollment is open now. We will soon, my IT team works on the website on that, an application form. But you can, when you want, send me a DM and then we can get on a call and see if that group is right match for you. It's a 12-month group, a 12-month project. We will meet 3 weeks in a row on a Sunday because the 20th of March is a Sunday. So we will meet every Sunday evening for 3 weeks. And what is to come as well is that we will communicate on a private communication or messenger platform, Marco Polo. You may know that. So it's voice and it's video, and you will get access, direct access to me, and you will also be together with these lovely friends of yours and also mine, because I'm also part of the group. I'm so excited. So we will communicate on off when you are in need. And that's what is so unique with this coaching group program, is that not just that we meet a calendar time, but we are supporting each other almost 24/7 when we're not working or doing other things, right? But that's what is unique. And here's what I have and ask. You may tune in because you want to change your life, but here's what I know to be true. 50% of all relationships, marriages, break up, right? So my ask is, who can I serve more than just maybe you, or who can I serve in your community? Really have a big ask, because there's so many people and men out there. I know some of them, they're out there. And they may not be ready, they may not feel they're ready to really work on themselves, but this container is the most important investment they can do for themselves. And as you, Despina, says, it is a unique opportunity to up-level your life and get a new reality on what divorce is. So if you know anyone in your family network, in your friends network, or colleagues, or maybe outside school, and not school, outside work, because there are also people here in the sports activities, right? They are breaking up, their relationship are breaking up. Either send me a DM so I can connect with these people, or connect the two of us. Connect me with those in your network who need the help most. And maybe, and here's what I know to be true as well, maybe those who need help the most are not really realizing that they need help, because that is unfortunately often so that those who need help do not reach out for help. So here, when you listen to this live or in the replay, nudge them, encourage them that this is going to be the best investment they can ever do in themselves. And if they have kids, they are not going to be disappointed about this, joining this group coaching program. I can feel it so close to my heart. It's just about really helping people um, get a much better experience of divorce and get a different and a new reality on divorce can lead to. Like, look at me, my divorce led to me now helping other men and women creating the most amazing and abundant life. Um, I just can't say anymore. I just look forward to connecting with you. Send me a DM. This is amazing. The group coaching is amazing. And surprise, surprise, and maybe not, the group coaching is called Happiness is Real. And I just want to say that I'm going to run 2 group coach programs. But the one I'm talking about now is for you who are either stuck in a toxic relationship or going through divorce. Another group coaching program is coming up for those who have divorced but haven't healed yet, like all the guys and girls on Facebook. If you do join that, but you're still an executive, come join my club instead, because you won't get disappointed. You will actually change your life for the better. So now you keep that on your radar. These 2 clubs. I think that through this program, the best way is to help the kids. Oh yes, and Despina, I think there's also some speakers to come up, and you are definitely one of them. If you don't know Despina, if you haven't yet downloaded the Happiness is Real replay, and it is free till just when the group coaching starts, the 20th of March. Go download that audio or replay. Despina is an author of the book, Mom, Dad, Can You Help Me? Despina talks about how important, and now my body reacting again, how important it is to heal, how important it is not to fight with your ex. So Despina, is your story is so powerful, and that just ties so strongly into why some of the groups on Facebook are not the right groups if you want to change your life and give your children a better life. But that's just that is on me, right? That is my opinion. But I know that if you really work on yourself, those groups won't resonate with you, because you don't want to get stuck in the victimized role, being hostage in these negative emotions, when actually the emotions control you. No, you want to control your emotions, and that's what I can help you do. So with this, any comments or reflections? The 2 lovely women and Lorraine, we're gonna talk. We're gonna catch up very, very soon, my friend. I look so much forward to do that. And I bet maybe you can join a speaker panel as well, one of these group coaching events. With this, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here live. I know here, Lorraine and Despina, I love you so much. I so appreciate all the feedback you give me, and the support keeps me going and going. And thank you for those of you who listen in, but I can't see. And thank you when you listen to this replay. For now, the sun is shining. You can't see it right here, but the sun is shining here in Denmark, Copenhagen, and in 2 hours, I'm going out to see my new office space. I'm going to share that with you soon. So those who are in Denmark, you can come and visit me and get a cup of coffee, and we can have a coaching chat. And we're going to our new house. I'm going to do a live there as well from our new house. So exciting. So happiness is real. Just tap into that. I love you all. Thanks very much. Be here next time. Bye for now.